Good afternoon, graduands, friends, and honoured guests. My name is Giles Dove, and I'm Assistant Chaplain to the University. It's my pleasure to welcome you to this graduation ceremony at the University of St Andrews on this exciting day for you. Presiding at today's graduation ceremony is the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Dame Sally Mapstone. This ceremony is taking place in the Younger Hall, officially opened in 1929. The Younger Hall is the university's venue for graduations and most formal ceremonies. In a few moments, the academic procession will enter the hall. To welcome the academic procession, members of St. Salvator's Chapel Choir will lead us in singing the Gaudeamus. Please do join in. The words can be found in your programme. Should the fire alarm sound, please remain seated. The alarm will be silenced and staff will immediately investigate the cause of the activation. Should an evacuation be necessary, the alarm will then sound continuously and you will be advised of the need to evacuate. Staff will direct you accordingly. Please follow staff direction and leave the hall by the most appropriate exit. At the end of the graduation ceremony, all our new graduates will join the academic procession, leaving the Younger Hall and walking along North Street and entering St. Salvator's Quadrangle through the archway. To supporters, please wait until all our new graduates have left the hall. Ushers will then show you to the nearest exits. Outside, you will be directed to the quad, where you will be able to join our new graduates. Please ensure that your mobile phone is switched off, or at least on silent. You are welcome to take pictures and video footage, but please stay seated to do so. To capture this unique moment, our official photographer will now take a photograph of those graduating today before the ceremony begins.
Good afternoon. Are we ready for this? Light my camera. I can see everybody in the hall, so there's no hiding today. Okay, let's see. Make my job easy. Here we go. We're ready? 3, 2, and 1. Good. And again. 1 for luck. Here we go. Perfect. Thank you. Congratulations and enjoy your day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope you enjoy the graduation ceremony. As you are able, please rise for the Gaudeamus. Oremus. Omnipotens et eterne Deus, actiones nostras omnes aspirando praeveni, et adjuvando prosequere, ut cuncta nostra operatio, et praesertim hoc quod nunc agredimur opus, a te incipiat, et per te coitem finiatur, quatenus sanctum nomen tuum glorificemus, et misericordia tua vitam aeternam consequamur, per Iesum Christum Dominum nostrum. Amen.
Please be seated. Good afternoon, everyone. It is my happy duty as Principal and Vice-Chancellor to welcome you all to this winter graduation ceremony at the University of St. Andrews. I am delighted that all of you can share in the joy of today's ceremony. Graduation is the highlight of our academic year. At these ceremonies, students are awarded their degrees, new members of our professorial staff are inducted, and people of distinction are honoured. We orient our academic calendar around these celebrations, and they are a tradition that speaks to the heart of our institutional mission. It is also a pleasure to welcome you to the Younger Hall, a fitting setting for the celebration of our graduates' achievements. This well-loved venue has been the home of our graduation ceremonies since its initial opening in 1929. Today's graduands will cross the Younger Hall stage in a style that unites them with the students who, for almost a century, crossed it before them, and also, of course, with the students who crossed our stages in the 5 centuries before that. This year, however, we gather with a sense of absence as well as celebration. Many of you will know that our Chancellor, the late Right Honourable Lord Campbell of Pittenweem, died in September. His loss has been felt keenly across the university. For nearly 20 years, he served St. Andrews with a mixture of integrity and courtesy, and the imprint of his leadership has left a clear and lasting mark on our formal life on days such as this one. Lord Campbell presided at 84 graduation ceremonies, conferring degrees on approximately 15,000 students who walked across this very stage. He welcomed our legacy donors at Chancellor's Circle gatherings. He played a distinguished part in our 600th anniversary celebrations. And most recently, he delivered the university's loyal address to the new king as a privileged institution in 2023. His was a steady, generous presence. And while we feel his absence today, we also recognize how fully he strengthened the ceremonial life we inherit and continue. The broader graduation tradition which we observe today has indeed taken place at St. Andrews since the 2nd decade of the 15th century when the university was founded. And some of the rituals that we observe today remain an integral part of the ceremony from the 1400s. These rituals honour our history and signify the assumption of each graduand's place within an institution that has done as much as any other to shape our modern world. We are Scotland's first and foremost university, the 3rd oldest in the English-speaking world, and one of the 25 oldest still operating. Across 612 years, students and academics have gathered here to build and disseminate knowledge, and their ambition has proven resilient to the challenges mounted against them. The religious and political regimes that have reared and crumbled, the pandemics and wars that have beaten at the doors. Ours is not, however, a story of survival, but of leadership. St. Andrews has been at the vanguard of political, cultural, and intellectual developments since our inception, and our people have steered the hands of monarchs and parliaments since our earliest days. And we are now very much focused on securing the future of our institution for the next 600 years. This is the aim of the university's Making Waves campaign, launched last year and about which you can find out more in your copy of today's programme. Universities are, by their nature, institutions of forward progress, and we perennially look to the future so that our research and our graduates serve the world with maximum effect. But so too do we cherish our history, which chronicles how similar our activities are in many respects to the time of our foundation, and which also reveals the ways in which our teaching and activities have adapted to ensure that our university is not subservient to history, but instead creates it. Students of 15th century St. Andrews learnt primarily through lengthy orations delivered by their masters and instructors, often in the teacher's private residence, as part of a curriculum focused on logic, metaphysics, and ethics, all inspired by Aristotle. Speaking in the vernacular was forbidden, and teaching and conversation alike were conducted in Latin, which remained our official institutional language until 1747. Examinations took the form of a verbal interrogation by one's professors, and discourse could become so heated that students were known on occasion to descend into violence. Football and, astonishingly, golf were both banned in 15th century St. Andrews as they were deemed too distracting. But archery, an important skill for the defence of the realm, was promoted. This may have occasioned second thoughts in 1470, when, after an unresolved argument, the dean and members of the faculty were set upon by students with bows and arrows. Accounts show that in the 1540s, over a century after our foundation, student life in St. Andrews did evidence something more of the asceticism of a university founded within a religious capital. Students were awoken at 5 a.m., attended Mass at 6, started class at 7 with a lesson selected by the principal, and continued to learn until well into the evenings. Football was still banned, as now were, it will surprise no one, weapons, and the college strictly prohibited beards and certain groovy fashions. Women were also strictly forbidden, lest they, like football, should prove too distracting, with the exception of a single laundress, and that on the condition that she was over 50 years old. The severity of student life lessened in the 2 centuries that followed, and an increasingly modernized curriculum was enjoyed by some of the foremost luminaries of the time. Adam Ferguson, a renowned Enlightenment philosopher, graduated in 1742. James Wilson, a founding father of the United States, studied here from 1757 to 1761. And 2 eminent 18th century figures were awarded the degree of MD, or Doctor of Medicine, by the university. The French revolutionary Jean-Paul Marat in 1775, and in 1792, Edward Jenner, whose advancements in the prevention of smallpox pioneered modern immunology. Nonetheless, despite these highlights, the 18th century was not a period of growth in the university's history, with St. Andrews being described by one contemporary alumnus as a healthy, retired spot. Consequently, as the 1800s approached, pressure for organisational and curricular reform was mounting. Governmental reform, by way of the Universities Scotland Act of 1858, introduced the organisational structures which remain mostly intact to this day. Women were admitted to full-time study in 1892, although St. Andrews had enabled them to study remotely, but not to graduate, for 20 years prior through its establishment of the Lady Literate in Arts programme in 1872. By the 1900s, student life resembled many of our current graduates' experiences. One of the most memorable examples of this was the university's quincentenary celebrations of September 1911. Planning for the anniversary took 3 years and required the erection of a temporary venue to accommodate 3,500 guests. Garden parties were spread across the town. Representatives of 145 universities and learned societies visited. 100 honorary degrees were bestowed, and the town came to life with song and celebration. The Younger Hall was a happy outcome of these celebrations. It was built with a lead donation by Dr. James and Mrs. Annie Younger, members of the local St Andrews community, who provided £100,000 for the purchase of the site and the building's construction, around £9 million in current terms. And it was opened by Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, in June 1929. Its construction was, however, also supported by funds raised on an early subscription model in honour of the 1911 celebrations, and by which means contemporary alumni laid the foundation of a building that would be enjoyed by so many of their successors. It is their foresight to which the splendour of our current and recently enhanced surroundings is owed, and which our graduates will honour by leaving this hall and using their education to change the world for the better, as so many have done before them. Returning now to today's ceremony and the rituals which connect us to our forebears. The first of these you have already witnessed when St Salvator's Chapel Choir initiated proceedings with a rendition of the Gaudeamus, and the assistant chaplain, the Reverend Giles Dove, delivered the opening prayer. As Vice-Chancellor, I preside over these ceremonies and am invested with the authority to award degrees, the presentation of which will immediately follow this introduction. This ceremony will also see the validation of research degrees offered by the Royal Conservatoire of Scotland. These students are based at the Conservatoire in Glasgow, but are also matriculated here at the university and have access to the resources of both institutions. We at the University of St Andrews are delighted to celebrate our Conservatoire students' achievements. The conferral of awards at bachelor's, master's and doctoral level will constitute the core of this ceremony. I will confer degrees both on those many students who are present and on the smaller number of those who are unable to attend and who have thus graduated in absentia. As that phrase indicates, these rituals are conducted partly in Latin, following St Andrew's tradition. For all graduands listed in this ceremony, present or absent, I will call upon the deans of the respective faculties and ask them to present each graduand for their award in turn. And I will then confer the degree with Latin phrases, one of which, for example, translates as, "I raise you to the rank of Master of Arts, and to symbolize this, I place upon you this cap." To most, though, I will simply say, "Et super te," meaning, "and upon you too." The precise moment of graduation occurs when the graduate's cap or birrettum, which I will be utilising, touches the head of the graduand. This academic cap has been used in every ceremony since December 1696, when it was acquired from a St Andrew's tailor, and it symbolises the ascension of our graduands into graduates and their assumption of an equal place within our alumni community. When the conferrals are complete, St Salvator's Chapel Choir will return to deliver a musical interlude, and we are thankful both to the choir and their director, Claire Innes-Hopkins, for the felicity they bring to this occasion. We will then proceed directly to professorial inductions, which is when we officially recognise and welcome our new professors into the Senatus Academicus. Following this, we will enjoy one of the highlights of these ceremonies, the presentation of honorary awards, with the conferral of an honorary doctorate upon today's guest of honour, Kirsty Young. To close our ceremony, it is tradition to invite a member of the university to address our new graduates, wish them well as they progress to the next stage of their lives, and offer some final words of inspiration and congratulation. Today's guest speaker is Professor Derek Duncan from the School of Modern Languages. The ceremony will then conclude with the benediction and the graduation procession. At St Andrews, the academics and professional staff who have supported you, our graduands, are immensely proud of your accomplishments. But this ritual does not mark the end of your association with St Andrews. You are joining a vital community of alumni who have positively shaped the world around them for 612 years and who support one another in the present. So while you are graduating, you are not leaving our community, but taking the next step in your St Andrews experience. And it is our sincere hope that you will continue to engage as a St Andrean throughout your life. Decanus Facultatis Artium.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the degree of Master of Arts with Honours, Gigi Glover.
Te ad gradum magistri artium promovio, cuius rei in symbolum superte hoc beretum impono.
Pavlos Lambrianos.
Et superte.
Alexander Wiley.
Et superte.
Eva Balmer.
Et superte.
Scott de Schlater.
Et superte.
Vice-Chancellor, I ask you to confer the degree in absentia on Marlo Bjorklund.
Eam absentum magistrum artium renuncio.
Vice-Chancellor, I ask you to confer the postgraduate diploma in absentia on Catherine Blythe, Martina Volk, Rachel Wallace, Xin Hao Yin, Qing Yung Chao.
Eus absentes diplomatus renuncio.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the degree of Master of Letters, Madeleine Aber.
Te ad gradum magistri literarum promovio, cuius rei in symbolum superte hoc beretum impono.
Elizabeth Agatucci.
Et superte.
Maria Alarcón Torres.
Et superte.
Ting Guan Bao.
Et superte.
Aliyah Barry.
Et superte.
Grace Bennett.
Et superte.
Floris Bicker.
Et superte.
Larissa Brand.
Et superte.
Corey Calder.
Et superte.
Emma Carpenter.
Et superte.
Mira Cassons.
Et superte.
Zhou Ting Chao.
Et superte.
Priya Chaudhry.
Et superte.
Fang Chen Sui.
Et superte.
Andrew Daly.
Et superte.
Manatsawin Diemar.
Et superte.
Willem den Rooyen.
Et superte.
Julius Ertler.
Et superte.
Charlene Faulkner.
Et superte.
Mia Fields.
Et superte.
Robin Fodor.
Et superte.
Bradley French.
Et superte.
Mishti Garg.
Et superte.
Caitlin Gomez.
Et superte.
Katerina Halle.
Et superte.
Emil Hansen.
Et superte.
Robert Harms.
Et superte.
Irina Herasimenko.
Et superte.
Claire Hind.
Et superte.
Reese Hornstein.
Et superte.
Olha Hrek.
Et superte.
Shuhan Shie.
Et superte.
Luca Jacobi.
Et superte.
Rahim Japanwala.
Et superte.
Emil Jorgensen.
Et superte.
Maren Koberg.
Et superte.
Ekaterina Kondratova.
Et superte.
Anina Korhonen.
Et superte.
Matvey Krishnetsov.
Et superte.
Nicolas LeBlanc.
Et superte.
Dien Wu Li.
Et superte.
Charlotte Lister.
Et superte.
Thomas Lawrenson.
Et superte.
Amy McFarlane.
Et superte.
Ethan Mangum.
Et superte.
Sylvie Mackenzie.
Et superte.
Leah Modja.
Et superte.
Lawson Montgomery.
Et superte.
Tatum Moore.
Et superte.
Maeve Nevin.
Et superte.
Alexandra Nekrasova.
Et Supete.
Ferdinand Noack,
Et Supete.
Claire O'Sullivan,
Et Supete.
Touchon Paul,
Et Supete.
Eponine Pavlo,
Et Supete.
Molly Pierce,
Et Supete.
Madeline Penino,
Et Supete.
Chiara Peruzzi,
Et Supete.
Turner Pruitt,
Et Supete.
Jitsini Poangyod,
Et Supete.
Yuvraj Rane,
Et Supete.
Rita Rodrigues Arayes do Araújo Pereira,
Et Supete.
Rafael Hortas,
Et Supete.
Bao Rosenbrum,
Et Supete.
Vidi Runwald,
Et Supete.
Alexander Sabuda,
Et Supete.
Martha Safferstein,
Et Supete.
Saif Salha,
Et Supete.
René Sanchez Hernandez,
Et Supete.
Madhuja Sarkar,
Et Supete.
Moritz Schier,
Et Supete.
Martha Schleicher,
Et Supete.
Lavinia Siracusa,
Et Supete.
William Smales,
Et Supete.
Jordan Soleil,
Et Supete.
Anna Steininger,
Et Supete.
Sydney Stones,
Et Supete.
Elizabeth Strang,
Et Supete.
Emily Stirba,
Et Supete.
Claude de Sourville,
Et Supete.
Campbell Swanson,
Et Supete.
Sirapope Tanyapuch,
Et Supete.
Leah Thompson,
Et Supete.
Luciano Valerio,
Et Supete.
Frederick von Salzen,
Et Supete.
Morgan Watson,
Et Supete.
Helena Weinbrenner,
Et superte.
Frauke Helena Wisniewski.
Et superte.
Vice-Chancellor, I ask you to confer the degree in absentia on Audrey Blunt, Paige Garrett, John Granier, Lena Ajfrej, Juheen Kim, Kyle Kirby, Xiu Ling, Xingyue Ling, Ing-Jen Ling, Sienna Palisi, Madeline Rubin, Jacob Stump, Oberon Thiem, L. Williams, Carter Winch, Sei Yuan.
Eos absentes magistros literarum renuncio.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the degree of Master of Science, Sebastian Abbott.
Our apologies for keeping you waiting, everybody. I'm sure we'll be back on again fairly soon. Carry on. Sebastian Abbott.
Oh, Sebastian Abbott.
Te ad gradum magistri scientiae promoveo, cuius re in symbolum superte hoc beretum impono.
Lujan al-Baghdadi.
Et superte.
Abi Isaias Alemayahu.
Et superte.
Mia Barlow.
Et superte.
Jonathan Bennett.
Et superte.
Mark Blair.
Et superte.
Callum Bucart.
Et superte.
Charles Burnett.
Et superte.
Retty Christopher Cardos.
Et superte.
Isabella Carozo.
Et superte.
Juroa Chen.
Et Supete.
Stephen Cheshire.
Et Supete.
Angus Chung.
Et Supete.
Warakarn Chuchaiwatana.
Et Supete.
Athena Cole.
Et Supete.
Sebastian Dooley.
Et Supete.
Deacon Frame.
Et Supete.
Shuyen Gore.
Et Supete.
Lone Gulani.
Et Supete.
Ludwig Graf.
Et Supete.
Aditya Hari.
Et Supete.
Thomas Harmer.
Et Supete.
John Harper.
Et Supete.
Ewan Haysmith.
Et Supete.
Lennart Hulterhoff.
Et Supete.
Sabine Holmes.
Et Supete.
Hema Jacob.
Et Supete.
Rime Jiang.
Et Supete.
Emily Cars.
Et Supete.
Ken Karsaputra.
Et Supete.
Ricky King.
Et Supete.
Morgan Knapp.
Et Supete.
Alexander Koenig.
Et Supete.
Bodan Kurini.
Et Supete.
Shangyang Li.
Et Supete.
Wenjo Liu.
Et Supete.
Rihan Ma.
Et Supete.
Jamie Macaulay.
Et Supete.
Liam MacLeod.
Et Supete.
Sajid Mahmood.
Et Supete.
Michael Macon.
Et Supete.
Rajman.
Et Supete.
Callum McCall.
Et Supete.
Heath McCartney.
Et Supete.
Missy McLaren.
Et Supete.
Matteo Meccariello.
Et Supete.
Mo Nadim.
Et Supete.
Aidan Neves.
Et supete.
Joshua Neil Baker.
Et supete.
Andreas Pfeiffer.
Et supete.
Hansika Saini.
Et supete.
Mieko Sato.
Et supete.
Umer Said.
Et supete.
Till Scholten.
Et supete.
Yuvraj Parish Sheth.
Et supete.
Jake Smith.
Et supete.
Sophia Spilling.
Et supete.
Pascal Sprenger.
Et supete.
Mimansa Suri.
Et supete.
Phil Tunder.
Et supete.
Eldana Utsibakova.
Et supete.
Benjamin Weatherwax.
Et supete.
Morgan Weinel.
Et supete.
Scarlett West.
Et supete.
Chen Yang Yu.
Et supete.
Ayman Zid.
Et supete.
Shui Chao.
Et supete.
Herman Zobel.
Et supete.
Youssef Zraid.
Et supete.
Vice-Chancellor, I ask you to confer the degree in absentia on Jie Hu Chang, Paul Christofferson, Miying Cheng Gao, Kong Chao Han, Yi Myung Wang, Tsei Wang, Joshua Abayomi Christian Igbo, Tulonga Itula, Wen Hao Lee, Yong Lee, Phoebe Lloyd, Alexandra Manukian, Shelley McGlashan, Craig McLaren, Danielle Otlin, Lindsay Pung, Vetu Fan, Huang Fung, Lauren Rapp, Alan Sandy, Marielle Stein, Antonio Stube, Kazia Tomaru, Isaac Turner, Michelle Turner, Emile Vogt-Hagen, Jumong Wu, Max Yu, Uitong Chai, Yiming Chao.
Eus absentes magistros scientiae renuncio.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the degree of Master of Research, Yasmin Coffey.
Te ad gradum magistri investigationis promovio, cuius rei in symbolum supete hoc beretum impono.
Vice-Chancellor, I ask you to confer the degree of Master of Fine Arts in absentia on Ian Harvey.
Eum absentem magistrum artium elegentiam renuncio.
Vice-Chancellor, I ask you to confer the degree of Doctor of Performing Arts in absentia on Minju Kim.
Eum absentem doctorem artium scenicarum et musicarum renuncio.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy for a thesis entitled Criminal Matters, Non-Human Things and Relational Agency in Late Imperial Russophone Detective Fiction. Grace Docherty.
Te ad gradum Doctoris Philosophiae promoviu, cuius rei in symbolum superte hoc beretum impono. Many congratulations.
For a thesis entitled On the Fringe, Indistinction and Intermediation in Online Audience Reviewing, Melinda Brewer.
Et super te. Many congratulations, Melinda.
For a thesis entitled In Touch with the Past, A Sensory Approach to Objects, Memory and Well-Being, Alison Hadfield.
Et super te. Congratulations, Alison.
For a thesis entitled The Mists of Ancient History, Representations of Fog in Latin Literature, Florence Rogers.
Et super te. Many congratulations, well done.
For a thesis entitled Interacting with Lieu de Mémoire, Defining Identity and Othering Through Space, Francesca Salibra.
Et super te. Congratulations, Francesca.
For a thesis entitled Chile and the East German Public Sphere, Mediations of the Socialist Imaginary in GDR Culture between 1970 and 1983, Carla Steinberger.
Et super te. Congratulations, Carla.
Vice-Chancellor, I ask you to confer the degree in absentia on Ellen Gira.
Eam absentem doctorum philosophiae renuncio. Decanus Facultatis Scientiae.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Suleiman Bhatti.
Te ad gradum baccalarii scientiae promovio, cuius rei in symbolum super te hoc beretum impono.
Cassidy McGarry.
Et super te.
Vice-Chancellor, I ask you to confer the degree in absentia on R.D. Jen, Haiyang Xia, Yuchong Xiong.
Eus absentes baccalaureus scientiae renuncio.
Vice-Chancellor, I ask you to confer the postgraduate diploma in absentia on Rui Tiang Ma.
Eum absentem diplomatum renuncio.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the degree of Master of Science, Shweta.
Te ad gradum magistri scientiae promovio, cuius rei in symbolum super te hoc beretum impono.
Ryan Armstrong.
Et super te.
Madura Balakama.
Et super te.
Scott Bennett.
Et super te.
Tucker Binning.
Et super te.
Theodore Vincent Bloomberg.
Et super te.
Xu Chen.
Et super te.
Felicie DeVoga.
Et super te.
Callum Duncan.
Et super te.
Cameron Eaton.
Et superte.
William Evans.
Et superte.
Roger Font Baracco.
Et superte.
Carter Grihan.
Et superte.
Maxine Grossman.
Et superte.
Magdalena Giosheva.
Et superte.
Wei Che Shu.
Et superte.
Yong Chao Ho.
Et superte.
Simon Jeeves.
Et superte.
Annelise John Kirkhartle.
Et superte.
Cornelia Carlson.
Et superte.
James Kennedy.
Et superte.
Elizabeth Cott.
Et superte.
Cahill McCarna.
Et superte.
Margarita Moros.
Et superte.
Sudbi Mukherjee.
Et superte.
Christopher Munro.
Et superte.
Hekmatullah Nazari.
Et superte.
Ursilia Piazza.
Et superte.
James Pierpoint.
Et superte.
Stephen Pop.
Et superte.
Bastian Rusterov.
Et superte.
Cameron Sainsbury.
Et superte.
Christopher Schrouder.
Et superte.
Valeria Sierman.
Et superte.
Judd Sundelson.
Et superte.
August Svensson.
Et superte.
Otto Thorin.
Et superte.
Alice Uamai.
Et superte.
Ignacio Vargas Zamorano.
Et superte.
Daria Vartanova.
Et superte.
August von Heimberg.
Et superte.
Yu Qian Chiong.
Et superte.
Vice-Chancellor, I ask you to confer the degree in absentia on Yannick Blessing, Tushar Dovan, Michael Ferry, Jonathan Glaso, Konstantin Hardvig, Adam Ivans, Xinyi Lia, Vasily Maischenko, Sarah Mingus, Liam Addison Raba, Meng Tung.
Eos absentes magistro scientiae renuncio.
Land of my high endeavour,
Scotland, Scotland, the brave of the shining river, Scotland, Scotland, the brave of my high endeavour, Scotland, shining Scotland, Scotland, the brave.
the light is falling, giving us a calling, hurry, hurry,
We will now turn to the induction of new professors, an integral and important part of our graduation tradition. Academic institutions are highly organized ones, and academic structures vary between countries, most notably between European and American models. At St. Andrews, the first academic posting is conventionally a lectureship, and lecturers become senior lecturers, then readers, as they progress up the ladder, although it should be said that many academic careers are not quite so linear in practice. Professors are the most senior academics within our university and the sector more broadly, and appointment to the Professoriat recognizes careers of outstanding achievement, the pursuit of excellence, and the production of scholarship that has had a demonstrable impact in its field. It is the pinnacle of an academic career. We thus recognize and formally induct our new professors during these graduation ceremonies so that we can celebrate. I will call forth the new professors, and they will be inducted into the Professoriat with prescribed Latin phrases. I will then give each professor a book in recognition of their lifetime committed to the written word. Each professor has been invited to select a work of their choice, which is gifted to them by the university and presented out with this ceremony. The books they receive on stage today are symbolic of this transaction. The academics whom we acknowledge have taught and supported generations of students, including some of those who have just graduated, whilst advancing their disciplines, promoting the transmission of ideas, generating discourse, and changing our world as a consequence. Let us recognize their successes now. On the instruction of the Senatus Academicus, of which I declare this a duly constituted meeting, I shall now install its newly appointed professors. Quando quidem in Universitati Sancti Andreae vacuae sunt hae professiones. There were a number of vacant appointments in several schools at the university. Professores in Schola Studiorum ad Negocium Pertinentium. Professor in Schola Studiorum Classicorum. Professor in Schola Linguarum Recentiorum. Visum est curiae eustem universitatis, ea munera his collegis doctissimis mandare. Professores igitur magistrique eustem universitatis, statuerunt eustem colleges in ea munera admittere. The University Court felt it correct to entrust the duties of these appointments to the following colleagues, and the professors and masters of the university were in agreement. I will now summon those forward who are to be installed. Professor Anna Bradstrom, Business School. Professor Luca Zavarelli, Business School. Professor Emma Buckley, School of Classics. Professor Claire Whitehead, School of Modern Languages. Per leganta diplomata, I now request that these certificates are read out.
The University Court, at meetings held between the 19th of October 2024 and the 17th of October 2025, received notification of appointments in the Business School and the Schools of Classics and Modern Languages.
Iam pridem in Academia Nostra, increbuit haec consuetudo, ut qui munus aliquod in eadem suscipiat, is sancti pelliceata se officio sibi commisso, fidelitur perfunctorum. vos igitur mi sodales, sancti polycemeni vos commodis utilitatibusque huius academiae usque insurvituros. I have reminded all present of our custom that whoever undertakes such a responsibility should solemnly promise faithfully to carry out his or her duties, and I ask each candidate for this promise. Soror Anna. Frater Luca. Soror Emma. Soror Claire. Vos igitur professores in Universitati Sancti Andreae, rite institutus renuncio, cuius rei in testimonium hos libros trado. I now declare that this group of colleagues is properly installed as professors, and I will now present each with a book as witness to this. Congratulations, Claire. Congratulations. Quod Felix fortunatumque sit, Spartam nacti estis, hanc exornate. In conclusion, I wish all of them happiness and good fortune, and end with an ancient saying translated into Latin by Erasmus. This states, "You have been allotted Sparta, do it credit." I call upon Professor Tom Rice of the School of Philosophical, Anthropological and Film Studies.
Vice-Chancellor, it is my privilege to present for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, Kirsty Young. Scottish to the core, and with a voice once described as like autumn leaves and expensive tweed, Kirsty Young is a powerhouse of modern British broadcasting. From her beginnings working in a Stirling pub, where she picked up a gig as a cameraman's assistant from a customer, Kirsty has gone on to broadcast and present some of the most significant events in recent history. In 2022, she presented the BBC's coverage of the funeral of Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, and the following year anchored coverage of the coronation of His Majesty the King, firmly cementing her place as one of the most respected, trusted, and accomplished broadcasters of her generation. Kirsty's initial career in Scotland, post-Stirling pub, saw her quickly learning on the job, from continuity announcer to trainee newsreader, before fronting her own chat show on STV. It was in 1997 that she came to wider public attention across the UK when she launched Channel 5 News. While some initial reports fixated on a newsreader breaking from convention by perching on the front of the desk, viewers quickly recognised instead her expertise, warmth, and innate ability to connect across the screen. These qualities have seen Kirsty present some of the most established and celebrated programmes, national institutions, if you like, whether taking on the heavy responsibility of fronting BBC's Crime Watch, giving as good as she gets as a guest presenter on the satirical news quiz, Have I Got News For You, or drawing out stories and experiences from some of the most revered global figures on the world's longest-running factual radio show, Desert Island Discs. It's perhaps here that we can really glean Kirsty's inimitable qualities as a presenter. Warm, wise, and funny, with a genuine interest in her guests, Kirsty is a presenter seemingly unencumbered by ego. Across her 12-year tenure, she interviewed 496 figures, from Sir David Attenborough to Sir David Beckham, the Archbishop of Canterbury to Debbie Harry, Bruce Springsteen to Alice Walker. Fostering the underrated quality of being a good listener, Kirsty's ability to put guests at ease resulted in beautiful and often quietly revelatory radio. While Kirsty was forced to step back from public life in 2018 due to the chronic long-term condition fibromyalgia, she has more recently made a welcome and very successful return to the airways as the host of Young Again, asking a diverse range of guests what advice they would give their younger self. Now, as a professor of film studies, I had initially assumed that Kirsty's award today was in recognition of her role as newscaster 3 in the 2004 Colin Firth film Trauma. Indeed, Kirsty's career shows someone willing to try new things and never taking herself too seriously. She did win Celebrity Stars in Their Eyes as Peggy Lee singing Fever. It's one for YouTube. However, her modesty and sense of fun should not conceal her phenomenal achievements. Indeed, these are some of the qualities that make her such an empathetic and engaging broadcaster. Kirsty has also used her profile and position to help others, for example, serving as president of UNICEF UK. Hers remains one of the most distinctive, authoritative, and reassuring voices in broadcast journalism. Vice-Chancellor, in recognition of her major contribution to British media and broadcasting, I invite you to confer the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa on Kirsty Young.
Te ad gradum doctoris legum honoris causa promovio, cuius rei in symbolum super te hoc beretum impono. Congratulations, congratulations, Kirsty.
Goodness me, thank you so much. There is an intriguing piece of published research, I think it's from back in 2022, that shows that Oscar winners, on average, live 5 years longer than Oscar nominees. Positive public recognition appears to matter to us human beings. Doing the work that I love, and I've been truly lucky enough to do that for more than 30 years, is in and of itself a wonderful thing. To be paid to read lots of books, to research, to be professionally curious, some people might call it just plain nosy, has afforded me insights into human character, into motivation, into privilege. I truly have had a ringside seat at some of the greatest triumphs and tragedies of our age. It has never been boring. To be recognized and rewarded for my contribution publicly feels, well, let's be honest, it feels jolly nice indeed. For that recognition to come from such an ancient and esteemed institution as the University of St. Andrews is of a different magnitude entirely. I feel greatly honored to have been awarded this doctorate. But being Scottish, I can reassure you all, it's not going to make me swollen heed it at any point. I do hope, however, that just like those Oscar winners, the warm glow of this recognition extends not just perhaps to my reputation, but maybe even to some extra years on earth. Thank you very much to the university, and thank you to the Vice-Chancellor.
I call upon Professor Derek Duncan of the School of Modern Languages.
Vice-Chancellor, special guests, colleagues and students. It's a pleasure and honour to congratulate all of you as you reach this moment of respite from the hard but no doubt exhilarating labour of your time at St Andrews. The successful completion of a degree is a wonderful achievement, especially perhaps at a university like ours that's world-leading in terms of research, teaching and learning, and truly global in its ambitions, reach and composition of its staff and students. You have time now to look back on your success justifiably with pride and thank all of those who helped you to get to this point. Coming from modern languages, I often wonder what the diversity of languages and cultures that come together in this small Fife town really adds up to. Does it make us instantly cosmopolitan, or does it require us to put some time and effort into learning to hear and appreciate the different accents, voices, idioms and perspectives that feed into, and I would transform more than a little, the Anglosphere? Learning a new language is hard. It's less a social accomplishment than an apprenticeship in failure, making mistakes, forgetting, misunderstanding, or simply not understanding at all. One of the greatest things about learning a language is that it keeps us humble. On a positive note, the whole process is a reminder that we can never relax and stop learning. Not just learning things like verb endings, tenses, and gender agreements, but the other knowledges, points of view, and ways of the world that are embedded in each language, and thanks to which we may gradually work out that things are not necessarily quite how we're used to seeing them. Working with languages means always being aware that on some level we're struggling to make sense of a world and are always working in translation, shuttling back and forth between the new and the already familiar. The title of Eva Hoffman's famous memoir about a young Polish girl finding her way in the United States by slowly and painfully acquiring what was an unfamiliar language is dystopian. Lost in translation suggests bemused dispossession. The book's subtitle, A Life in a New Language, points to a more vital and cheerier outcome when languages and cultures meet. Each language, Hoffman says, modifies the other, crossbreeds with it, fertilizes it. Through language we grow. I am, she concludes, the sum of my languages. Language is a precious but exhaustible resource. UNESCO claims that every 2 weeks we lose one of the world's estimated 7,000 languages, and in consequence the culture, traditions and knowledges embedded in it. We live in a time of great human mobility, and a proximity to other languages and cultures is increasingly part of everyday experience. The ability to negotiate successfully this culturally diverse landscape requires that we do not end up losing everything in translation. We would hope then, to use Hoffman's terms, that your time in St Andrews has given you the fertilizer to move confidently across this precarious landscape, thinking and acting with flexibility and resilience to work towards humane, just and equitable solutions. The labour of translation reminds us that there are always other points of view, other words. Maya Angelou, the American writer and civil rights activist, once described her mission in life as not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humour and some style. You're about to leave St Andrews, and we do hope that you'll return. We also sincerely hope that for whatever lies before you, you feel equipped to thrive with all the qualities that Maya Angelou so pithily lays out. Warmest congratulations to you all once again.
If you are able, please stand for the benediction.
Oremus. Gratia Domini nostri Iesu Christi, et caritas Dei, et communicatio Spiritus Sancti, sit cum omnibus nobis in saecula saeculorum. Amen.